Hey, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Desktop Distractions. Today I'll be unboxing this Storm Collectibles King of Fighters 98 Kyo Kusanagi. And here's the front of him. Cool picture of Kyo. Ooh, firing around his hand. Right there, we got the Storm logo. Bam! Here he is on one side with his name right up top. King of Fighters logo at the bottom. Here's in the back. I thought this was cool because, they gave him like a health bar just like in KOF 98. Here he is doing some cool stances, showing you some poses and demonstrations on how you use the little fire stuff. There's a little picture of Rugal right here with an orb around him. I'll show you what that's all about later. Here's on the other side, this time in blue, KOF. And let's just unbox this bad boy. Hey guys, so here's Kyo out of the box. And just to give you an idea of how tall the Storm Collectibles figure is, it's approximately 7.5 inches tall. Storm Collectibles are supposed to be a 1/12 scale, so it's roughly 6 inch. You could probably mix it with some 6-inch figures, just manipulate your camera angle. But yeah, as you can see here, it's like 7.5. You can even see the 7 on there. But yeah, so yeah, it's fairly tall. It's pretty much the same height as all the other Storm Collectible figures, right there. All right. And yeah, he looks just like he does in the video game. The only difference is he's not all pixelated like KOF 98. So this is what he actually would look like, minus all that pixelation. But yeah, I mean, the costume is super accurate. He's got his schoolboy jacket on, as you can see here. He's got his shirt under there, or the coat, little vest, everything. Yeah, you even got the emblems on his gloves right there. Detail on this is perfect. Same emblem on the back. There and on his gloves. Yeah, all the details are there. You got his bangs, everything, his headband. Yeah, it's definitely Kyo, alright. Complete with his white schoolboy shoes right there to match his little schoolboy outfit, as you can see. Alright, let's just go over the articulation really quick. So yeah, you can look up fairly high, just like that. So if he was facing against a taller, bigger figure, I don't know, like a Sagat or something, if you want to put a CVS 2 or CVS dial together, yeah, you can look up, you can look down, he's looking down at shorter people, it's like so. Of course his head goes, that high. Yeah, his arms go about this much, and his costume doesn't hinder anything, so that's pretty dope. Yeah, they can go up that high too. Again, his costume's not gonna hinder anything, so you can get his arms to go pretty high. Put him in some cool, interesting poses. Yeah, oh, yeah, right there, he's got a bicep swivel. So you can rotate at his bicep right there. Yeah, he's got these cool double jointed elbows. They go up that high. Now this part around his wrist, I guess it's part of the gloves. I don't know, these bracers. Yeah, so they are loose. They're not one piece, they're not fixed or anything. So you can rotate them depending on, that way to match whichever way his fist is facing. So yeah, it won't get stuck because they are loose. It comes a separate piece. So I think that's a nice touch, a little attention to detail and whatnot. If you want a closer look at what his wrist joint looks like, you can remove all of that. Very similar to like the Bring Arts or SH Figure Arts. You got this cool ball joint right there. You can rotate it. Could be a little frustrating to rotate that sometimes. Usually I like to bend his wrist a certain way, and then I'll rotate it from there to get it to go the angle I want. Yeah. So here, we can put that back on. But yeah, you get a lot of motion in his wrist. See, I can bend it out like that much. I can bend it in pretty much that much before it, comes off. So there are a lot of, a wide range of motion right there in just his wrist. Then as far as his waist goes, yeah, you can have him bend back pretty high, but Storm Collectibles, they're hollow in there. Aside from the little, ball joint that connects the top and the bottom together. So you will get this gap there. So if you don't want that gap, just make sure you don't bend it up too far. You're gonna have to use your, aim your camera at the right angle to hide some of that kind of stuff. You know, like having face back or whatever. Yeah, and he can bend forward pretty far down if you need to like fold them in half for some weird reason. Yeah, but having standing neutral, there you go. Just like that. Yeah, as far as legs go, he could pretty much do the splits. See? Just like that. They got those cool Storm Collectibles leg joints. I forgot they started using these at like around the time Akuma came out, I think, if I remember correctly. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, so you can do the splits. It's pretty far. Then as far as kicking up goes, yeah, it kicks up pretty damn high. Just like that. Same with the other leg. Yeah. It does got these double jointed knees, but they don't fold back all the way. You get like just a little more than 90 degrees on there. So that's not bad though. That's good. I've seen worse. See? Same with the other leg too. And as far as his feet go, yeah, you can point down like that far. See, like if this is like a neutral position for one foot, you can point it down like that, and you can point it up, not that high. I guess this part of the pants kind of get in the way, so you can't really point it up that much. He does have a toe articulation, so that's a nice little touch. You know, if you got like some cool like running pose or something, his toe bends. Same with the other toe too. That does bend all the way up. Yeah. And as far as like ankle pivot goes, yeah, he's got a lot of ankle pivot. I mean, maybe not as much as some of the Marvel Legends I've messed with, but yeah, you know, you get a lot of rotation in that ankle. For when he's kicking people with them flames, it's not bad. All right, now I'm done giving you a tour of Kyo. Yeah, I'll go over the accessories really quick. All right, so now I'm just gonna briefly go over all the accessories he comes with. He does come with a few of them. We'll just go from head to toe. So starting with his heads. The head I have on Kyo right now, he's as a kind of a smirking face. It's like this slight little smile. But he does come with 3 other heads. This one right here, his hair's down, and he kind of just has a serious like look on his face. Yeah, it's just very serious. This poker face is just a straight face. Yeah, just like that. The next one here, his hair's kind of blowing in the wind, one direction to his, like, I guess to his right, our left, and yeah, he's kind of gritting his teeth right there, so he's a little angrier. This one, his hair again is blowing in the wind. It's like facing one direction to his right, and this time he's like shouting as if he's doing like a battle cry. This is cool for some action poses. And the cool thing about this is the head sculpt is pretty much the same. It's just expressions on his face. But the cool thing is the bangs, you can actually swap out. So if I wanted to like have that smiling, you know, that smiley face right there where he's grinning, but I wanted his hair blowing in the wind, you could just pull off the bangs and then like swap them. Just like that. See, and then I could take these and swap them on there. So, you know, you get a variety. There's like combinations you can do for all these figures, you know, for all the heads. You got dozens of combinations. Somebody do the math. You know, 4 hairstyles, 4 faces. Yeah, mix and match. Sorry, I was the wrong kind of Asian. So, yeah, but I mean, you can mix and match all of those. So yeah, to your liking. Up next is his coat. So the coat he's wearing right now, it's just down as if he's just standing there, but you could easily swap that out. And, oh, I mean, I would just undress it, like pull it off, like so. But then there is a way to actually pull off his coat, and you have to just like tug at his arm, and it's just in a, see, it's just in a socket. Little ball joint right there, just in a socket. So you can just unplug it, very similar to the M. Bison figure that you get, the Dictator. if you want to put on the crossed, the crossed arms, you have to remove his arms completely. And then that way you can remove the jacket completely. See? Because you can't like straight up undress it because it's too big, as you can see there. So, yeah. So you got to remove the arms. Just like that. It exposes his, vest right there. Yeah, and then you can put on this jacket right here. And then after putting it on, you just take his arms and you snap it back into place. Just like so. You take the other arm, you do the same thing, just snap it back into place. Oh, it's kind of hard to see where it's at. Okay, I'm just missing it. Hold up. Oh, that's why. It wasn't like tucked in the right place. My bad. Yeah. So you got to make sure that the socket is like facing the right direction. Mine was not. There you go. Couple challenges. There you go. See, now it's facing the right way. And there. You'll feel it's like snap into place. Like you'll feel it lock. Like you'll hear like a little click once it's in there. You just gotta, yeah. You pretty much just gotta find it through the hole of the sleeve. And then you take the arm and then, yeah, just plug it in there. Just like that. There you go. So the difference between this jacket and the other one is this jacket looks like it's, has like a wind effect just hit it, like it's blowing in the wind type of thing. So it's like when he's using his, when he's using one of his special attacks and he's, shooting out fire or something, it has the effect that, there's like an impact, right? It's blowing out. So it's cool for action shots. Yeah. And up next, we'll just go over his hands. He comes with 2 fisted hands he already comes with. As you can see here, he comes with 2 fisted hands. He comes with a pair of completely open hands, like so. Just like that. He comes with kind of grippy hands, just like this. Comes with a pair of those. Yeah. Probably for holding stuff. And he comes with some finger pointing hands. Sticking out his index finger on both hands. Just like that. Pew pew. And I'll show you what these are for later. Yeah, and I'll show you how to swap out his hands really quick. You just grab the hand you want to pull out. It just pops right off, just like that. And then you take the hand you want to swap on. Alright. So, Kyo's special attacks, he does deal a lot of flame damage. He does shoot out a lot of fire. So, yeah, he comes with a lot of flame accessories. So, right here, this one's a tiny little flame. This is like no bigger or just smaller than the size of my pinky, as you can see. It's pretty tiny. And yeah, it's got a little hole at the bottom of it. That's for his finger. So you could stick it right on his finger like that. As if he just like lit that up. Bam. Playing with fire. See, just like so. That's pretty cool, right? Get some cool like poses of him just standing there with fire on his finger. The next one, slightly bigger. This is like the size of the, the tip of my finger right here. This one, it's more so he can like hold it, just like that. You can have him like holding a flame instead if you'd like. I think that's pretty tight, some cool shots like that. So the next set of flames, these are like way bigger. So for this one, I'd probably want to use a fisted hand because, yeah, it just wraps around his fist. Like that. You just stick it on. Very similar like the Green Lantern one that we had, you stick it around his hand like that. So that way he could, so he could like punch somebody with it. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. It's a nice little effect. So this last one, I'm gonna show you how to put this on. It's got a long tail right there, and one of Kyo's moves is he does have a DP of his own, an anti-air right there. You know, you see him spinning, going upwards with all the flames around him. That's what this one is pretty much for. So you can get him in that cool shot, you know, him up, spinning around, getting that cool flame effect right there. So yeah, that's how you put it on. You have to like undo his hand and you just stick it on around his wrist like so, and then you would lock it in with the other, you know, lock it in with the hand pretty much. That's how you'd get that on there. Yeah. The last flame effect he comes with, which for the life of me I can't seem to figure out, is so you get this flame effect right here. According to the instruction manual, you're supposed to use this stand right here. You can actually use this to hold him up as well, because it's got, you know, the claws right here. Stick this at the end of it. You can have him, you know, you can hold up Kyo if you want to, get some air poses. But it's supposed to be able to take one of these pegs right here. You're supposed to be able to stick it in here. Oops, I dropped it. You're supposed to be able to stick it in there. And then with the other end, you're supposed to be able to stick in to the back. There's like a little hole there. Either I'm blind and just can't get it in there, or it's just the hole's too small. Yeah. Like this peg is like too big to fit in there. Either I'm missing some pegs out of mine or what. I don't know what's up with that, Storm. Maybe I'm missing some pegs. I don't know. Am I? Yeah. I don't know, but I can't get that in there. And that's the only way to pose it, is you gotta get it like, you know, you gotta get that peg in there, and then that's gonna hold. It's supposed to like hold it up. Like that. That way if you're doing like some, you know, you can do some poses with him shooting out like a fireball. Yeah. Huh. But I just don't know how to get that on there. I think I'm like missing a peg somewhere or something. Maybe I dropped one. I don't know. But that's just me. But that's how you're supposed to get that on there. Like one of these pegs are supposed to be thin enough to fit in the little hole. There's like a little hole back there. You're supposed to be able to get it in there, but this one's too big. Maybe I'm using the wrong one. Again, maybe I'm missing one. I don't know. Oh, and last but not least, all the Storm collectibles come with a little backdrop diorama that comes in the back of the box, so you can just take that, put it on there. All right, so Storm Collectibles once again knocked it out of the park. They've been doing tons of fighting game characters from Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Tekken, and now KOF. So if you just want something to add to your, you know, collection of fighting game characters, then yeah, Storm's, I believe, is definitely the way to go. I mean, they are a little bit bigger than your standard, you know, 6-inch scale that we're used to, like SH Figure Arts or Figma. They do sit a little taller than that. But yeah, if you're already collecting Storm collectibles and, you know, you're into KOF, like if you got a bunch of Street Fighter stuff, this would make for a great CVS2 display, you know, Capcom vs SNK. Yeah, I mean, I really like it. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention too, a little bonus thing, is every KOF figure comes with a piece of this. This is part of Rugel's little shield thing. He has this orb that goes around him. There are 4 KOF figures, and there are 4 of these pieces. One for Rugel, one for Kyo, one for Iori, and one for Terry. And once you collect them all, you can put together the actual like complete orb to surround Rugel with. So yeah, I mean that's the only way to complete that. So you got to get all 4 figures to do so. I already got Rugel, I got Kyo. I just need Terry and Iori to complete that thing. Then you can put together that whole, you know, little shield thing. But yeah, so I do plan on getting all 4. Yeah. I mean, all in all, this figure is pretty nice. I mean, if you're into, you know, the whole fighting game stuff, definitely one to add to your collection, especially if you're a KOF fan. Yeah, this is modeled after the '98 Kia, so you know, standard black, black school uniform and stuff. But the cool thing about Storm is, you know, they do a lot of variants for a lot of the characters. So there's so many iterations of these characters because they've got so many King of Fighter games from like 94 all the way to today. Like, well, there's pretty much almost one for every year. So, I mean, they got tons of costumes and tons of variants to make. Who knows if Storm will actually do them all? But yeah, I mean, they started off with a good year. They started off with '98. So, who knows? Maybe we'll get more. Maybe we'll get him in his blue, you know, schoolboy outfit. Or maybe we'll get like a more modern one from KOF 14. Who knows? But yeah, this figure is brought to you in part by Comic and Figure Addicts. You know, I get all my Storm Collectibles and all my other action figures from them, so definitely check them out. Comic and Figure Addicts, look up their social media, CF Addicts. That's where I get all my toys from. And yeah, if you haven't tried it already, check out the KOF mobile game, KOF All Stars. Yeah, it's you know, pretty fun beat 'em up. Yeah, go ahead, check that out. All right, guys, you know where to find us. Retrenders.com. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Let us know what you think. Let me know if I suck, so I can work on it. Been getting a lot of those lately. All right, guys, peace.